Today we're going to be taking a look at my rank 1 custom tactics, and this is the team that I did it with. This is on my RTG account, so as you can see, the team is pretty good, but it's not a world beater, that's for sure. There's no Eusebio, there's no Mbappe, there's no Hullet that you see in every single team. So how did I achieve rank 1 with this squad? The 4-3-2-1. What is arguably more important than the tactics with this formation is your team selection. I'll talk about that a little bit more shortly when we go into the player instructions on each position. But we're going to start with the offensive and offensive tactics on this formation. I run a balanced style defending with 50 width and 73 depth. There has been a lot of talk about the 70 plus depth been nerfed since the new patch. I kind of don't think so. I think it plays pretty much the same, but I have tested this formation on many different depths. So if you are the sort of player that is getting caught out with the through balls or over the top and you can't switch to your centre backs quick enough, lower the depth and try it out. It should still work on these exact tactics. For the offensive tactics, I also run balanced on build up, and I also then run direct passing on chance creation. As usual with my tactics, I like to keep the width exactly the same on the offense as the defense so that my players aren't moving in and out all the time based off where they should be width-wise. Now, this players in the box is very interesting for me because I run 5. A lot of players will run 6, running the 4-3-2-1. Those 6 players for most people will be their 2 centre forwards, their striker, their 2 centre mids, and then their left or right back, depending on who's more attacking. Now, for myself, I run 5, and the reason for that is I play one of my outside centre midfielders on stay on the edge of the box for cross, and I'll explain why later. For corners and free kicks, I run 1 player, and that reason is I always play short. From corners, I hit it to the edge of the box. From free kicks, I always play short because I'm useless at crossing it. I know some of you have got these tactics in mind where, you know, cross it into VVD, bang it in the back of the net, does my head in. So if you are that sort of player that's good from your corners, run this on whatever you feel's necessary. I run on 1 pure and simple because I want the players on the edge of the box, and I do not want to get countered. We're going to start from back to front, and we're going to start with the goalkeeper. Now, usually with saving for crosses, I would have this on comfort crosses, and saving outside the box, I would have this on sweeper keeper. This year, balanced. I wouldn't recommend running sweeper keeper this year because as soon as you bring your keeper out and your opponent's attacking you, he just falls to the floor and your opponent just walks past him anyway. You're much better off to use keeper movement and try and guess where your opponent is going. Also, on the saving for crosses, I've kind of tested both comfort crosses and balance. Sometimes I find with the comfort crosses, they dive and then they miss the ball, or the punch goes backwards. I've conceded a couple of own goals where I punched it in. I genuinely find it easy just to keep it unbalanced. If you want to bring them out from the corner, bring them out manually, and that probably is the best way to play it with the goalkeeper. Both your centre-backs are on stay back while attacking. Now, arguably the 2 most important positions in this formation, your right back and your left back. Now, when you're making the decision on who to choose as your fullbacks, you need an attacking fullback and you need a defensive fullback in this formation, and that is so crucial. For myself, I've gone with Kyle Walker and Kai Havertz. Havertz has recently come out as an SBC. He's still available. He is one of the best attacking fullbacks I've used this year. And then we've got Walker Evo as the defensive fullback. This Evo card, I know his gold's still extinct, but he is unbelievable. Whack an anchor on him and his stats are sensational. He's so quick, he's so strong. He does a massive job at right back. Now, when you're deciding whether you want an attacking or a defensive, you want to look at their stats. Havertz, for example, has pretty good shooting stats. He's got pretty good dribbling stats. And because he's an attacker normally, like his card normally is a more attacking card, he still has that kind of body type and that attacking prowess to run forward and dribble. Whereas if you compare him with Walker, Walker has 54 finishing, so if he gets an attacking position, you don't really want that. He's got lower agility, lower balance, lower composure as well. You kind of just want Walker sitting back. So my defensive fullback, Kyle Walker, will be on stay back while attacking and overlap. So most of the time he's coming back, but if I do send him forward on a run, he's going to run round my attackers and then help out on that right hand side. But again, I only really use Walker if the left hand side isn't working. Now, my left hand side is where all the action happens, and we run Havertz on overlap. I'm going to quickly put in a few clips now of when we use Havertz in those positions and how effective it can be in game from FUT Champs. Now, you can see how effective it can be. Now, like I said, it is very, very crucial that this player in this left back slot is an attacking fullback. Obviously, he needs to be able to defend as well, but he needs to have some sort of attacking stats. Otherwise, it just won't work. I did try Capdevila in this exact position, kind of as the more attacking He's okay, but he doesn't provide the same as what Havertz does. Now into the midfield choices. Now again, it is quite crucial who you choose. Your central CM, for me, Caicedo needs to be your ball winner. Players like Vieira, like Caicedo, like the new John Stones card, Roy Keane, that is your central centre mid in the 4-3-2-1. I run him on stay back while attacking, stay on the edge of the box, and cover centre. He is my rock in front of my back four. There used to be a tactic on this kind of formation where it drop in between defenders. That's that kind of style player. You want him sitting in front of the back four, and that is what Caicedo will do. You'll notice in this clip I'm about to show you, he picks the ball up, he'll play it out, and then he just drops back, because that's where he's going to sit if you run him on these tactics. Now, your other two centre mids, you give a little bit more free reign to. Now, I run Sauer and Frankie de Jong. Usually in this sort of formation, I would actually run a more attacking player than Sauer, although she is very attacking. I would probably run like a Griezmann, a Neymar, somebody like that in the left centre mid. Patellas is actually my favourite player to use. She's the one I use on my main account in that position. But it's kind of, you know, you want players that are good in the middle, good dribblers, they can shoot, because Caicedo is sitting in front of your back four, so these two have got a lot of free reign. Now, it's crucial your centre mid depending on the fullback. So Walker is my stay back. So I run Frankie de Jong on cover centre and stay on the edge of the box for cross. Most people would probably just run him on cover centre so that he can get forward. The reason I run him on stay on the edge of the box for cross is because he's got Trivela plus. So I run him on the right hand side, gets the ball on the edge of the box, and then I can Trivela it top bins. I don't know if I've got a clip of that. If I have, I'll add it in now. So you need to know your players inside out on who you're going to use for each part. If Kyle Walker is your attacking fullback, you will need Frankie de Jong on cover wing, as you'll see with Sauer here. So she is on cover wing, balanced on the attacking support, and get in the box for cross. As you can see with Sauer, she's got some very good attacking stats, some good shooting, some good dribbling, some good passing. So I want her in and around the box. She just dribbles around people, and she also provides a threat from distance. Now, this is where it is a little bit different to other players. Basically, what they would usually do is they would usually have their attacking centre mid on the opposite side of the fullback that's attacking, because otherwise they would presume it would then leave gaps. I overload the one side, and you'll see from the clips now, it's so hard to deal with because there are players moving forward, and your centre-back moves over to cover it anyway. The reason Sarah is on cover wing is when Havertz glides forward, then one of them can cover it. It also helps as well that our left centre-forward Griezmann is on comeback on defense. Now, with your three attackers, you will need one of these players to come back on defense, and that is on the same side as the one who is attacking. For example, Griezmann, come back on defense, and then you've got Kai Havertz on the overlap. What I see in a lot of my attacking players, Havertz and Sauer run forward, and then Griezmann drops in behind them. Usually I run Griezmann as a centre mid, as I said. So when he comes back, he can do that job. He tackles well. He is now in that role when they're attacking. And it just kind of flips and turns, and it works really effectively. Now, on the opposite side, as Walker's on stay back and de Jong's covering the centre, I run Memphis Depay on stay central and stay forward. That also leaves the right-hand side kind of open. De Jong can move out there if he wants to. Kyle Walker can move out there if I trigger him on the run. And then it kind of moves into like a 4-4-2 kind of style. You'll see from the clips here how effective it is to have Depay in those areas. And that is your more kind of striker out of the two centre forwards. And finally, your middleman. This is your Eusebios, your Aubameyangs. Your striker, stay central and stay forward. Now, I know I've waffled a little bit, and I've tried to explain the best way I can and showed you clips as well as to why I run each player that way and those specific instructions. Even if you don't take these tactics and use them in their entirety, I feel like you'll be able to take certain areas of what I use. It might work for you, it might not, and it might then trigger you to change them. Any questions, let me know down in the comments below. I hope these tactics help you get more wins in FUT Champs, and thanks for watching.